about withholding information. Far too many friends spoke to me and commented upon, congratulated me actually for this piece of talk. So today I was encouraged to talk about the next immediate, I would say, the cousin, brother, or the sibling of withholding information, and that is failing to give proper recognition. My friend, this is, as I said, actually a really sibling of the withholding information. In withholding information, your recognition of another person, another person's contribution to a team's success. You are not only showing injustice, my friend, and treating people unfairly, but also you are depriving people of the emotional payoff that comes with success automatically and should come. The the kind of level of success in the success, or accept congratulations because you have checked off that option. Instead they feel forgotten immediately, ignored, pushed to the side, and someone else takes the credit. And they resent you, my friend, they resent you for this act, failing to give proper recognition to the right person. If you really want to tick people off, you don't recognize their contribution, my friend, you are actually being very, very unfair, not only to that person, even to yourself. In depriving people of recognition, you are depriving them of a closure, I would say. And we all need closure in any interpersonal transactions. Closures comes in many forms, my friend. From the emotional complexity of paying out last responses, last respect to loved ones before they died, to something as pro forma as saying you are welcome when someone else says thank you. Either way, we respect the closure. My friend, recognition is nothing, I suppose. It's all about closure. It is a beautiful ribbon wrapped around the jewel box that contains the precious gift of success you and your team have created, you and your team has achieved. You and your team has worked hard to get that success, and therefore you deserve respect and recognition. When you fail to provide that recognition, my friend, you are cheapening the gift. You have the success, but none of the afterglow, which is equally important. This happens in your workplace and this happens at home. In one of the training program, my friend, when I asked a participant, how many of you think you need to do a better job of recognizing others for the great work? Without fail, 8 out of 10 people raised their hands. When I ask them why they fail at recognition, the answers say more about the people responding than the people who aren't being recognized. And they say, I just got too busy. I just expected everyone to do the great work. I think very casual, insensitive statements. I never realized how important it was to them. Therefore, no, I didn't feel necessary to give the kind of requisite recognition. Again, insensitive thought and feeling. I was never recognized for the great work. Why should they be? This is another thought I've heard from many people. Absolutely incorrect understanding and a very, uh, I'd say, dumb response and insensitive feeling once again. My friend, note the aggressive use of the first person, singular person. It's it's a mark of successful people. They become great admirer because of there is a tense focus. There is for themselves, their career, their performance, their progress, their needs. But there is a difference between being an achiever and a leader. My friend, successful people become a great leader when they learn to shift the focus from themselves to others. One of my very dear friend, he taught me a wonderful technique of improving in the area of providing recognition to others. And his technique was very simple and it worked. It worked with me, and I suggest you all also can try. The technique is very simple. He says he first made a list of the important group of people and his in his life, his friends, his family, direct reports, customers, colleagues, etc., and all those whom he was interacting. He then went down to names of the wrote down the names of every important person in each group. And what he did, simple exercise, twice a week, Wednesday morning or Friday afternoon, he would review the list of the names and ask himself, did someone on the page do something that I should recognize? If the answer was yes, he gave them some very quick recognition, either by phone or by sending an email, a voicemail, or a note, or simply liking it, or writing a small line. And if the answer was no, he did nothing. He didn't want to be a phony person and just a fake person, just writing for even for no achievement and just praising for nothing. It was also incorrect and it's got no meaning and value. My friends, within 1 year of this action, what he was doing, his reputation for providing positive recognition improved from poor to excellent, and he was the most popular person among all the groups. He himself was amazed how little time this activity took. We all can do it. We must make sure that we must never fail to give proper recognition to people around, people whom we are working or people with we are interacting. It has to be sincere. Never fake, feign love and appreciation. Be sincere, my friend. That is the most important aspect of it. Now, of all the interpersonal slights we make in our professional or a private life, my friend, not providing recognition may be one that endures most deeply in the mind of the slightest. So, we should be very careful. Not only we should refrain from withholding information, but we should take every opportunity and be a little more deliberate when it comes to giving recognition to the people who deserves. Thank you very much.